For this upcoming meeting?
For this
No.
one?
David's all over it.
If you guys use your phones
Oh, there you go.
to answer the questions, then it takes minutes for us. Which is even better.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Cruzy, you're the tech guy.
That doesn't help when you're using the wrong remote. It looked like a Vizio remote.
Ah, I might have to put that in together.
Do it.
Oh, I'm not getting jerked.
It's easy to say.
You guys grab some chairs and bring around.
Oh, it flickered. I saw it. Oh, there, oh. There you go.
Throw that in, send that around.
I haven't been used, so I'm like.
Yeah.
You want the comfier chair?
No. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, this is not a board meeting, this is an engagement meeting.
Are you wanting to,
People
do you
come
screen,
up to the table.
do you screen mirror? David, do you
Yeah.
screen mirror? Is that what you do? Or what?
I think that's what
Or do you wanna plug it in?
Christie.
I think you gotta go down to
Okay.
HDMI 2 and then it goes to the.
Pretty sure I
Oh,
can.
never mind.
Oh, probably.
But it's undependable. From last week, you made in their mind.
Well, do you
that
want
they're-
to try this?
Here we go,
I've
cast.
seen their people for some goddamn thing on the bike.
Do you have an apple?
No,
No.
I don't.
No, I don't.
Banana.
No, he's got a Z.
I'm gonna give you your phone.
Oh,
Snake.
Do we have to, we don't have to do a meeting, like, because we're all here, right?
mm-hmm. Oh, just use the
I think
HDMI.
this is just a,
Okay,
I don't think it's a formal meeting, I think
They
it's just.
put this
a-
agenda
Right, but if we're all
Yeah, that's
together,
fine.
don't we have a quorum?
This is a
We
forum,
do.
Steve.
no, that's fine, I can send it over there, cause I got
That's fine, we can do whatever.
So
It's a good,
that works, awesome, thanks,
Just
guys.
say call to order.
Bye-bye.
Motions or any of that. We're just-
Yeah,
the agenda
okay.
now. Okay. Just call to order.
oh, there's a call to order. Then there's adjournment, so maybe we have to.
Okay,
Might as well.
he said it's easy, it's just, connect to yours.
I'll do it just to be safe, so I don't burn it later.
I would think you can just say, once we got in, the new business was
Ready? Throw it.
the park master plan. And call it good. Okay.
They really just wanted me a part of this to keep control of you.
Huh?
They really just wanted me a part of this to keep control of you. Okay.
Nate's not here tonight.
Yeah.
The right ones? We got HDMI one.
Who's gonna rein me in?
Let's see if it works.
I said, I'll be there. What do you think?
Hey, are you grilling tonight?
I did already.
I missed it?
What is it?
I was done
I know,
by,
he's grilling all the time.
I was done by 1:30 today.
Oh, so that's why I missed out.
But I'll be done about 2:30 tomorrow.
Is that still too,
I got baby backs going on tomorrow.
I might have to call in sick.
Shoot, I don't work tomorrow.
Yeah, Casey's got it up. You better get the other one,
Right,
you better
let's
get
be
them both
honest, I
going.
heard to say that, something will come up.
So I gotta run all three of them tomorrow?
Could've brought them all. All right, are we ready?
Shortly,
Okay.
we can go around and start
Can I-
introductions.
Do the, we gotta call the order. We'll call the meeting to order. Any additions to the agenda? Or we can approve as is. Motion to approve as is? All in favor? Aye. All right, any visitors besides? Okay. Go on to new business. Introductions. I guess I can start. We're just introducing ourselves to everyone, right? Is that what the introductions are, or is that for you guys?
That's where he introduces himself.
No, we'll take it from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
Yeah,
he's
we'll
on.
take it from here.
That's why I wanted to know me.
No, you're good, you're good. All right, thanks everyone for coming coming here this evening. My name is David Locke, lead landscape architect with Stockwell. Also have, you guys probably recognize Mitch here as well, and Kristen and Isabel also with Stockwell. We're here to kind of kick off, but get your guys' input in regards to the Parks and Rec master plan process that we were just starting. So you guys are the steering committee for that process, so you guys have to make all of the decisions. I just present and talk. So this process is going to be important to get your guys' feedback and input as we look at what you have for existing facilities, what you guys would like to see improved, and then eventually we'll have a public survey that'll go out, and we'll go through all the results of that with you guys as well. So you guys are kind of really guiding us through this process and helping make the decisions. As a part of the presentation for this evening, you don't have to do it right now, but as we kind of get to the middle part of the presentation, we'll want to have you guys use your phones because you're able to give input on your device as opposed to when we ask for your guys' input, like, okay, you know, waiting for somebody to kind of start the talking discussion. It's a lot easier for you guys to just continue to add input on your device, and then we can kind of talk about it as we go through. So I did introductions. We also have working with us Jason with ETC. He is not joining us this evening. We've worked with him on a number of communities. They specialize in community surveys. And so they will, Jason and his team with ETC Research will be conducting the statistically valid survey, which will be going out to the school district area, not just the immediate community within the city limits. And we'll kind of talk about that process here in a little bit. So we've already kind of started the initiation of the project. Task 2 and 3 happen together and take a little bit longer process. And so information and collection is today and ongoing, along with inventory, mapping, and analysis. From there, we'll move into findings and visioning, and then eventually putting together the master plan. We'll have draft recommendations, draft report for you guys, and then we always like to have task 6 then, which is implementation. And that's where having you guys involved throughout this whole process is really important, because once we have a report, we want it to be utilized. We don't need practice typing and putting together reports and booklets. We want to see action after it, and you guys want to see action after it. And so that implementation part at the end is really important. So next week, we are going to be starting to meet with stakeholder groups. And the stakeholder groups that we meet with, the first one is Group A, is a little bit more focused on economic development. So we invite businesses, chamber, any sort of kind of business community association. We ask them to come in and talk about parks and what do parks mean to you from an economic standpoint. If you're a developer in the community, do you look to have parks within your developments? Do you see benefits to trail systems that run through your development? So we'll kind of go through some of the same questions with them in that we're going to go through here this evening. We'll also go through the stakeholders. We are going to be also scheduling a meeting with city staff to go through, because it also helps to hear from staff that are out there maintaining the facilities, mowing the fields, or trimming the trees, or prepping the fields, and what works and what doesn't work. What do they see on a regular basis? And then also the user group. So our last group that we'll meet with is the different sports organizations or specific user groups that use the facilities on a regular basis. You know, they're out there having practice or having games, and they're like, oh God, I really wish we had a new scoreboard, or, you know, really wish that the fencing was better in this area. So the people that use the facilities know best. And then the next day, the next night, is where we invite the general public to come in. We want to give lots of opportunity for people to provide feedback on the plan, because at the end of the day, it's the community's plan, it's the citizens' plan. We're helping facilitate it, but this isn't Stockwell's Parks and Rec master plan. This is the city of Lennox's, and so we want to make sure we have ample opportunity for public feedback. So we start with stakeholders and the people that have a little bit more intimate knowledge of the parks and trail system. And then the next meeting that we have, the public meeting, is open to the general public. So people that may not use it on a regular basis, but we still want to hear from them what they think of the Parks and Rec system. After then we get some of the information gathering, we go through the public meeting, then we'll start to look at the inventory and level of service analysis. So we'll look at, okay, where's the distribution of parks throughout your community? And then also look at how many ball fields you have, how many tennis courts you have, basketball courts. And we look at and compare that to other communities in the upper Midwest that are the same size as Lennox, or communities that may be a little bit larger. So as the community grows, here's some facilities you may want to think about implementing as the community grows. And then we'll also launch an online community survey. It's a statistically valid survey, which means that when it's put out, there's a select group of people. I don't like to use this comparison because everyone has a bad connotation with it, but it's kind of like polling, so to speak. There's a certain number of people that they call or send this community survey to, certain demographics in certain areas of the school district. So it's an equal opportunity, so to speak, of demographics and also location that have to answer the survey. We have to get a certain number of results. I don't remember what, I think it's 150 or 200, somewhere around there. Results that we have to get back from the select individuals that receive the survey. And then after that, it's open to the general public. And they use that information then to put together the results that have an accuracy of, I can't remember what the percentage is, 5% or so, of answering the questions. We do that because that way you don't have one specific user group that says, hey, if we were to use like SurveyMonkey or some other type of web-based survey, then Pickleball Association can say, hey, this survey's out, everybody on the association go answer the survey, and everyone put that we need 3 or 4 pickleball courts. So then you can get weighted results based on the user groups that are most active or most vocal in the community. So this allows us to kind of even that out with that survey. So the facilities that we're looking at are your existing parks, Westerman Park, West Evergreen Park, and then the T-ball field, which actually doesn't have a park name, it's just the T-ball field. At least we couldn't find one. I don't think there is one.
I think it's the T-ball field.
Okay.
For 20 years, it's been T-ball.
We'll have to sponsor that.
We'll just put park after it. Then we got
I mean, I heard that if Stockman had wanted to invest enough equity, it could be Stockwell T-ball field.
But I think it's going to be, we can call it Mergen Field. But so we have your existing parks located there on the map, and as we move through this process, you'll see this specific map get developed a little bit further. So right now, what we've highlighted here are the existing parks in green. We've highlighted city-owned parcels, not necessarily Usable parcels, but just in general, what are parcels that the city owns? Those are highlighted in red. We also like to highlight the school district areas. So school district parcels are noted in purple. And then any residentially zoned property is the blue. And as we go through this process, we'll start to add layers on top of this map. And that comes back to also the level of service. We'll start to draw circles around each of the existing parks, quarter-mile service areas around each one. And then we look to say, okay, where are we missing? Where are there blue areas that we're missing or that aren't covered? And then we start to look at, okay, is there existing city-owned parcels in that area of need that may work for a park? Or as as development comes in, the next residential subdivision or the next development that comes in, do we need to make it a priority to work with that developer to say, hey, we've identified a park is needed in this region, and so we want to work with you to get that allocated. So one thing tonight that we wanted to review with you guys is the project goals. We've done this for a number of communities, and we've talked with staff ahead of time. And these are, I'd say, fairly common goals that we have in terms of what do we want to, at the end of the day, we have that as a question here at the end of the night, what defines success with this project? So what do we want to get out of this report? What are some of the items that, we want to help guide our decisions? And so first one, establish a 20-year vision for Parks and Rec facilities. We don't need to look specifically all the way down, 20 years, but we want to say, let's think long-term. Not necessarily what do we want to fix next year or the following year, but long-term as the community grows, as it changes, as our kids are now the caretakers of the community, what do we want to look at? What do we want it to look like in 20 years? We want to look at the existing facilities to identify what are the potential improvements. We want to identify possible locations for future facilities to provide equal opportunity for everybody to have access to parks. As you can see from the previous map, most of them are kind of concentrated on the south end of town right now. We want to create a standard or theme to identify future park improvements. What are some elements that are unique to Lennox, or how do we want to make these elements unique to Lennox? As Matt can attest to, there's a lot of options when it comes to playgrounds or benches or trash receptacles, signage. So what do you guys think is important that we want to highlight in the community to make these parks truly a representation of the community? And then also, everything always comes down to money. And so we'll put together some high-level cost estimates as we move through this process to say, okay, is this a $1 million item, or is this a $100,000 item, or a $10,000 item? This Master Parks plan is higher level, so we're not developing specific park plans for Westerman Park, or a specific park plan where we're laying out trails and playground material in Evergreen Park. This is a high level, broad strokes, so improvements or elements that we identify as priorities, we'll be able to give you a range of costs, but all of those will need to be scoped further and looked at further to really truly identify, okay, what is some individual items that we want to either phase or improve as a part of these priorities identified. So those are the goals that we've put together. We've talked about with staff on these. What do you guys think? Is there anything that we missed?
I got
Is there anything that-
a couple questions.
Yes, sir.
Number one, we know this is gonna cost money for you folks to be here, right?
Yep.
Number two, I'd say about 18 years ago, this same project was envisioned. And they had easels set up with pictures like that, everything. And people come in and viewed it. And that didn't go anyplace.
Are you
And that
for
was-
for a park system
Yes,
master
our
plan?
park system.
Okay,
Didn't go anyplace.
okay.
Wasted money on that.
I think that's up to us, or like
Yeah.
our city.
But no, I'm
That's not them.
I'm just going back.
Okay, sorry.
Because there's nothing done. And like you said, that's up to us.
Mhm.
So then, 10 years ago, approximately, they had a group come in, about 40 grand. And there again, they had people from the community together, all kinds of ideas, nothing developed. And I think the reason nothing ever developed was, I'm not trying to be negative, because I know the park system's gotta be improved. I know it's gotta be added on to. But the main concern I think we're gonna run into on this whole deal is infrastructure, streets, and all that. And so, you said money, where's the money gonna come from? I mean, that's a concern you're gonna run into
Yeah.
with a lot of people in this community.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
idea is good, don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
but I'm just, and the other thing I wanna tell you right now, a lot of these businesses in this community, if you go asking them for money, apparently they've been burnt through the years. Because was in one of those fundraising operations, and can you guarantee our money's gonna be spent for what you say it's gonna be spent for? So this is my concern before we go any further, so
Mhm.
and like I said, I got no objection to doing this. I think it's a great idea. But, we're gonna have to convince the community to do it.
Right, and that's why it's important, to have this group. You guys are gonna be kind of the champions of the plan moving forward. That's also why we're having, a number of public meetings, a part of it. But at the end of the day, the plan is a tool. It's a tool for the park board, it's a tool for the park, for Christie and her team, and for Nate and their team, to identify, okay, based on the community feedback, here's what are the priorities. Right now, could you, list, what do you think is the most, based on community feedback, what do you think is the most important issue pressing the parks?
You know what? I'm gonna spit it out loud. Dog park.
Okay,
That's the one I keep hearing about.
Okay.
Heard about it 10 years ago.
okay,
And then, when you start a project, and this is me, when you start a project, finish it. There's projects that were started down here, they got some of this over here done, they completed them, but down here at Westerman, there's still incomplete projects there.
okay,
So, that's, but yeah.
yeah, okay. Well, we'll see if dog parks comes out as the top thing.
And then
In the survey.
another thing is, this is a state requirement too, right? To do this every so many years?
No, it's not a state requirement.
I was under the impression it was.
No, that's probably the comp plan. Is there?
Okay.
that's
Is there
the comp-
grants that get unlocked because you do that?
Yes,
Is that maybe what it
so
was?
yes, if you go after like LWCF grants, like Land and Water Conservation Funds, or other park funds, or trail funds, they wanna see that you have a plan. And you are more apt to be awarded that funding if it's a plan as opposed to, oh, we wanna add, trail down, from down this road or that connects to this park. Okay, did you get, public feedback, or is that really truly a priority? They'll look at that and they ask you to submit that information. And so, yes, it helps with getting those types of grant funds in the future.
So that could help with the funding.
Yeah, because that trail we're talking about, that was one of the things too was discussed, and when that came in, that's got a lot of use.
Yeah,
And the only problem is, it doesn't go on the west side of town, I don't believe. It goes on the north end, it's on the east side and the south side.
mhm.
We've been trying.
And that's something that.
We've been working on it.
Yeah, that's something that I don't wanna guarantee it, but I bet you it'll be the top priority for people's trips.
Well, I still like the dog park.
Okay, all right.
I think that's kind of how we ended up here, because we had established the trail, ball diamonds, dog park, there were several things we wanted to tackle, and we couldn't get anywhere because we didn't have this process done.
We couldn't
So
get any
we-
funding.
Yes.
We wanted grants, the dog park, the trail, finishing the trail and ball fields were the three things that we've been trying to do for a couple of years now, and we can't get anywhere without a plan.
Mhm. Yep, yep.
I think the project goal is what's reasonable.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so now we need you guys to use your phones. So go out and grab your phone and scan the QR code, and the presentation should pop up on your phone.
Oh, I was waiting for you to get a flip phone out.
I'm no modern technology guy. All I do is answer the talk.
Okay. Well, here, you can write it down.
I
on
can
here.
answer for you, John, don't worry.
If you can't answer, I can write your answer on here.
Let's see. Here, put that thing on there. Where's my granddaughter when I need her?
That's what I go start.
I can talk and I can write, but I can't modern technology. Sailor, you know that.
I know. I offered to help, you must have heard me.
All right. Should be popping up.
Good luck.
Oh yeah, there you go. You don't have to do anything with this slide, so you're good to go. You've completed task 1. Okay, so does everybody have it up?
Oh, you want
Okay.
That QR code just brings it live. You still have to go to menti.com and then enter the code.
It pulled it
I
up.
think you're good now.
I've got a
Yeah,
question.
it came up now.
Now, so now it should have this question up there. So what is your favorite memory or, this is kind of a test question. What's your favorite memory or pastime in a Lennox Park? So you should be able to type in your answer and then submit it. And you can submit more than one. So don't, I'd say with all of
I
the,
don't type that fast, it's not gonna happen.
with all of these, don't write like a paragraph. Keep it more, one thought, send it, another thought, send it. So don't,
Delete the text.
when we get to some of the other items. So then as you guys submit them, it'll pop up on the screen.
I got an old phone, Casey.
Did you get it to work?
Is it an iPhone with the home button still? My father just traded his in, just did.
None of that stuff.
He went into the store and they're like, it still works.
So I took the picture, he took the picture. He should have went, he didn't go into my gallery.
Here, I can take the picture again. Pull up your picture again. Here, I'll do it again.
Where does it go after I get the picture?
John, are you better at typing? I can pull it up on my computer and you can use my computer if you want to type.
We'll see what happens.
There, so then, there.
Submit.
So you type, what's your favorite memory or pastime in a Lennox Park?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a lot of filing cabinet files to go through there.
Right? Oh, you're gonna have to go up there and, cause I don't have my computer here. Yeah.
I'll have to go to Cruzy's class just to get updated on it.
I'm too advanced for you, John.
Well, that's right, you're not working the rest of the week, are you?
All right, so what do we have on there?
Now I send it?
Yep, then hit submit.
Oh, submit, okay. There we go.
There, and now you can send another one if you want.
I don't want to
Okay, so we've got municipal band, 4th of July, playing with ball fields with the kids, playing with children. I will say, a lot of kids references for parks. That's my favorite pastime in parks is days at the pool, utilizing rec trails, fireworks, 4th of July I saw on there. Okay. All right, so that was good practice. John, you ready to keep going?
I don't know. Mine keeps saying War Horse Sportsbook. I think Casey screwed me up.
March Madness bet, you still have tonight to do your picks.
Yeah,
You don't
what's
have to
your
do that
bet
right now.
I can't make no money on that.
Who's gonna win
It
it
popped up
all?
once, then it didn't pop up.
All right, so now,
Right here, right?
it should have all changed this, so now we have 11 questions that we want to ask you guys to help, kind of guide.
You just wanna do that.
John,
You just, pen and paper.
You can write it on here. You can, I have the questions right here, you can write your answer on each one.
We're good, I'll take, you write, I'll take.
Okay,
Hold on one second.
okay.
I have that on here, we can do it on here, things.
All right, so these are the same 11 questions that we're gonna ask the stakeholders, same ones that we're gonna ask the public, because what we wanna do is be able to hear if there's like consistencies, you know, with maybe issues that people are pointing out, or elements that people wanna see, because then we can ask more kind of pointed questions in the community survey. So, big picture, what do you value most about the city of Lennox related to parks, trails, facilities, and open space? What do you think the city has done well? What are some positives? Big picture, not specifics to like a specific park, but big picture. What do we think Lennox is doing well with Parks and Rec?
I like multiple choice.
Thanks.
This is too hard. Time.
Visitors being impressed.
So trails. You guys can you can add more than one, you don't have to stop at one. New pool. Visitors being impressed, playgrounds. So does anybody wanna expand upon what they put up there?
I can.
Okay.
I talked about the pool. And this is me coming from being in T too, but there's a lot of people that visit the pool from different communities. And our youth, like totally kids and all that in the summer, are over there all the time. Plus it being heated, super nice. So it doesn't matter if it's a 75-degree day or an 80-degree day. I just think young kids enjoy it and they're not getting in the water and everything like that. A lot of people come down from different communities because they enjoy our pool and the type of people that are at our pool too.
Okay.
So versus being in Sioux Falls or T or any of the surrounding other areas.
Okay.
I like the sense of community that you get when you go there. I mean, everything is right there. Like on a Wednesday night in the summer, you can have like community band, you have pickleball, you have kids playing baseball, the pool is winding down, like kids on the playground. Just like the fact it's just the epicenter of like quintessential small town family fun on a summer night. It just it feels
The sounds are all
old towny.
nostalgic.
It's yeah.
A lot of the nights, the parking lots are full.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to find a parking spot because it's busy down there.
When you have, Westman Park is a great park. I mean, yeah, it's a large area, somewhat centrally located, a lot of different, activities for the park. A lot of communities don't have that, and so you guys should definitely be proud of what you've built so far, with that park. I mean, that's great to have, in the middle of town. Anybody else?
I put playgrounds. I grew up here and we had that pink playground for as long as I can remember, along with the metal spider and everything else. But we never had the one in West Evergreen, and I lived 3 blocks up. So my parents always hated that we had to ride our bikes across town to get to the park. So that was
Yeah.
cool that we added West Evergreen. And then they put in the playground by the ball fields, which was amazing for little kids when their big siblings are playing. And then updating Westerman, so I think the playgrounds are pretty snazzy.
They're all pretty updated,
Yeah.
cause, West Evergreen has been in the last,
3 years,
Six.
5 years?
yeah, I don't know,
I don't know.
not very long though. And then this one's 2 years old probably, one?
One. Yeah, you just did
So
last
this
year.
is our second.
Okay.
Okay. Alright.
I think the rec trail is great, what we have started with it. I think has a lot of use and it's great to have that wider walking path
Oh,
when you're
yeah,
walking with your
yeah.
family or your
Mhm.
friends, so I think it gets a lot of people out and moving.
And the city does a great job maintaining it year-round, removing snow immediately.
And the benches are good too, cause I think that was an addition, that was after the trail. But the benches and the garbage, I mean, that's nice to have,
Yeah.
so you can sit for a while.
Okay. What do you think, again, we have a question that asks for specifics later on. But again, big picture, what do you think needs to be improved or what should be changed with the park system as a whole? So again, big picture, not we need new trash cans at West Evergreen Park.
That number 2 or number 3?
That question,
Number 2?
we're on number 2 right now.
Okay, that's what I thought.
The specific question is a couple questions later, but.
But I got-
I'll skip ahead of time. Say this, facilitate or change the slide.
Not this time. There. Had to refresh.
And I think this goes for all,
Right.
because as much time as I spend there, I hear about it a lot. And where I live, I hear about it a lot. And too many people know where I live.
Because you're out grilling.
You're in your driveway more at your house.
Kristen, can you close or hit an X on the QR code? I think it makes it bigger.
After this, I'll have to go home and sit down on my driveway and drink some beer.
It's nice enough.
Hey, I don't have school tomorrow.
And I can read it. Okay,
He's been there.
making a loop for the trail, restroom, more parking, connectivity,
Call the cops.
park on the north side.
And I'm assuming that's in relationship to the fact there's two-way traffic through Park Drive down here at Westerman Park. And when you get all them vehicles out there, and you got little kids coming out, it says 10 miles an hour. At 10 miles an hour, I've been through there going slower than that, and them little beaters will come out between vehicles. And at one time, it was one-way traffic, and then at one time, they wanted to close it down. The only reason they probably can't close it is because there's a family that lives there that they got access right to the south of Swimming Pool. Unless they would be willing to change their driveway, to go out a different direction. And that would be something maybe to look at. If you wanna shut that Park Drive down.
Well, we could have, I was gonna ask that question later on.
Oh, I'm sorry I got ahead of you.
No, you're not.
All right, more connectivity, expand, so trails and parking, connectivity, what else we got there, Kristen? Community engagement, more fields. Okay,
I put on there like it's tough for me to see staples just like deteriorating to the point where they can't be used anymore, whether it be like a band shell, and I know there's been updates there. I'm super invested in the tennis / pickleball courts, and they're not maintainable, they're not usable anymore, so like, that's one of our biggest things, just like keeping the things that we have nice,
yeah,
and so we can continue to utilize those pieces.
so having like a cyclical maintenance plan that could help to
Yeah.
keep
Well,
keep
and-
some of these items on
In, like tennis courts, for
quality
example, there is no doing anything to them because the base layer is shot, so you would have to completely revamp the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, I
But
know,
at some point,
I'm just saying.
there could have
like,
been, you know,
Yeah, just
Yeah.
stay on top of maintenance and, okay,
because
Yeah.
I think our baseball, the big baseball field got to that point at one point too, where it was completely revamped
Yeah.
20 years ago or whatever.
okay. Anybody else?
8 years ago.
They continually do stuff. It
Well,
gets.
no, I mean like, when the LBA took,
Yeah, 8 years ago, they turfed it.
no, it wasn't.
10, that was 12 years ago.
I was,
It was 9.
I got my emails at home, I'll look.
I played, I don't think so.
It's been, yeah, I was thinking just about the one part, the turf part.
Yeah, no, I'm talking. the
You're
whole
talking
thing.
about.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah,
The
no,
turf, when LBA came in and,
Took all the fences
yeah,
out, and
that
everything.
was like 20 years.
Yeah, it probably close to that.
Anybody else want to expand upon what they wrote?
I know there are kids that like to fish, and right now there's not a real good area for them to fish. Like, they have to go off of that one road.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, the road's already kind of sketchy, and then you got this, they have this much room to stand, and so like, being able to somehow, and I don't know how it would work, but expand an area over there
If
with
we,
a,
if we
with
could
a
have the trail on the
platform,
one side, it'd be
Yeah.
perfect. That would have
and
been.
allow for safer fishing,
Yeah,
maybe a bigger area if you dig it out somehow. I don't know how it would work. but-
Well, I had
Yeah.
a solution to that before, but nobody listened to me. When the swimming pool had to be redone, my suggestion was, where the old football field was, that's low ground, all the water comes in there anyhow, okay? Dig it down about 15, 20 feet, put fish in there, put sand all the way around. You'd have had a fishing hole and a swimming hole.
Old school.
Oh,
Get the bass nibbling at your toes.
But
right?
that would be a good place, that would be a good place to put a small fishing pond.
The old,
Football
the
field,
old football field?
right behind Robert's back door.
I'm glad we didn't do that now, like Soccer's gonna use it.
But, yeah. And you're right, there's still a lot of kids out there.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Are there any barriers for use of the existing parks? Like, why do you think someone, wouldn't use the parks right now? Or is there anything that and maybe there isn't something, but is there something that, within the community that you think keeps people from utilizing the parks? Parking, accessibility, ADA access. Too busy. Too busy is a good problem to have. Okay, so parking, accessibility, and just access, just due to the amount of people that are in, because you only have 2 and maybe a half if it's just T-ball field, not park, yet.
I hear that.
Okay. Next question, so this is the specific one. What do you think needs to be improved? Not added, that's the next question. What needs to be improved? What existing facilities need to be improved? Tennis courts? I figured tennis courts would be up there.
That wasn't me, I approved.
Improve the bathrooms, basketball courts. Baseball and softball complex, softball, shelters, Band shell. Was the band shell just improved?
Yeah, it's all been redone.
Okay. Okay. Fields, so improvement of, say probably, fields probably the biggest thing. You could probably hit spacebar.
Concrete path from the street to concession stands for
It
handicapped
should improve a lot.
individuals between Little League softball field. Cause that's, the people can't get down there.
Softball fields, tennis courts, picnic shelters, and bathrooms are the main ones. Okay, anybody wanna expand upon what they wrote?
The softball field is horrible, it's dangerous, literally, but there's nothing we can do until the city catches up with its outdated sewer lines.
Oh, good thing we avoided.
You mean the drainage system?
Yeah, right in front of your house. So it collects water and something that should have been done
So
20 years ago is
what's
still not
specifically
done.
dangerous about it?
It's all crabgrass lumps in the outfield,
Okay,
and
so it's uneven?
so I coach high school softball, I have
Okay.
girls roll their ankle almost every practice.
okay,
And we can't do anything because you can't water it, because you got no drainage, and the city won't put any money into it because it'll have to get tore up in 2 years.
okay,
So, it's very, very bad.
okay. So we need to fix the drainage around it.
Yeah.
And the one that concerns me is you go to watch Little League baseball or softball, and the concession stand is, the streets here, concession stands down yonder.
Mhm,
And you have handicapped individuals in wheelchairs, et cetera, walkers,
mhm.
and going back to what he said, that it's all grass. It's rough, it's not smooth. So a concrete walkway for those people.
Now, John, you know why it's like that, right? Because the old master park plan, the softball field was supposed to be turned, the baseball field was supposed to be turned, and another softball field was supposed to be built
Right.
on the last master plan. And they were all supposed to be right by the concession stand.
And handicapped people, they gotta get there early so they can park if they wanna see their kids or their grandkids play,
Okay, yep,
or relatives.
Yeah.
Accessible parking is bad.
So there's only a couple
Okay.
spots. So
okay,
if that was concrete, then they could get in there.
okay.
I did the tennis courts because, I mean, they're unusable right now.
Mhm.
Like they're,
Yeah.
they can't.
I think that's an easy one. It's been in rough shape for a little bit.
Bathroom's pretty
I know.
in there too.
And there's like a porta potty at West Evergreen.
Yeah.
You know, if-
The T-ball's the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Are they playing soccer?
Huh?
Is there soccer?
next
Parks
year.
and Rec, yeah.
Where are they playing on the old football field?
Yeah.
Both, yeah. They-
Or on the north end of the high school field, they'll
Practice field.
go up there.
Okay.
How are the old?
Or I should say the east end of
As
it.
long as it's not too wet.
Is that,
Yeah.
is that trouble?
Oh, yeah, it's so wet.
Is it uneven?
It's not bad.
It's, the grass is actually, the grass is
fine.
actually pretty good compared to the softball.
It's just if it rains, like a lot of springs, it's unusable.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's far nicer than way on the other town, because it's so windy over there, at least there's there's
Right,
some
you're-
structure.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This is-
And it hasn't been wet the last 2 years probably, so.
The campground bathrooms
Need help.
and shower facilities need some attention.
Okay,
And it's like beyond, like, kind of,
yeah.
Yeah,
And those can be
it's
doubled
trash and
up.
start over.
Those can be doubled up as usable for the park as well, potentially.
Because I've heard people criticize them too that camp there. Well, you know, they're usually clean, but it just,
Yeah.
they're outdated.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So what do you think needs to be added? What does Lennox not have that you wish it had? What do you see in maybe other communities or when you're traveling or visiting other areas, and you're like, oh God, this is super cool. I wish we had X, Y, Z in Lennox. Pickleball courts. Yes. every time. Every community we have ever done these in, pickleball courts, it's always in it. Fishing, sculpture walk, dog park. Oh, John, we got a couple of dog park up there. Or did you put it twice?
Space needed.
You're not gonna get ahead of me. I think-
Oh,
I think-
Matt put the splash pad?
No, absolutely not. I think,
Yeah, you did.
I think my suggestion just came in.
What's that?
Yeah.
You want to do,
Duplex, fourplex,
oh, yeah,
for baseball, softball,
Yeah.
for little kids.
yeah. Oh, another spray park one. I can, who, do you guys charge for the pool? I can't remember. Yeah, yeah, okay. So the one caveat with the splash pad is that those are, free amenities. And a lot of times you'll then kind of cannibalize your community pool if you have a free element, even though.
Water's
there's
like
no
liquid
standing-
gold in Lennox, you don't mess around.
We'll fence it and we'll charge admission.
I mean, we've done that with, if you have room to add it, like, let's just say, to the east of your current facility, if you want to expand it and add a splash pad as a part of the fence area. Like, we did that for Yankton, we're doing that in Marshall, where when the pool is open, it is a paid amenity. You can only use a splash pad when the pool's open. But like, when the pool shuts down, middle or the end of August, once everyone goes back to school, I mean, we still have hot days, and so you can keep the splash pad open longer because you don't have to lifeguard it, you don't have standing water. So then, from a fencing standpoint, you could open up the spray park and the rest of the aquatics facility is closed.
It's easier to maintain one that's hooked to a surge pit from a pool
Right.
rather than a standalone
Yeah.
3,000 gallon petri dish. Yeah, so take a look at it that way.
That sounds
How do you
amazing.
really?
That's how you know you are.
Yeah, God, man, come on.
There are a lot of maintenance too. I'm just gonna be on my stump here for a second. You almost need somebody to be there for them all the time.
It's-
So with the sensors and the probes and everything, if they fail, they shut off.
Yeah.
And if there's not anybody around, they just stay shut off.
So what about like just hanging garden hoses?
That's a pump and dump system can get expensive where we are.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I mean, it's a recirculation system like a Hayward, you maintain it like a pool. I mean, you've got chemicals, you're testing it, it's got pumps, it's essentially a small pool, you just don't have standing water. Okay, anybody else? Expand upon what they think needs to be added?
I'm go ahead fishing. I'm gonna jump on pickleball as well. I mean, we had
Yeah.
29 teams this last year, so almost 60 people playing, more than that with people subbing in and likely expanding the fact that it's like a multi-generational thing. You have kids 16 years old to, 70 years old playing with this last year.
So, are you saying like a league?
We have, so
Or-
there's a Parks and Rec league that has been held at the park for the last 3 years. And
Okay.
just the amount of usage
Okay,
that we've seen there has been awesome.
okay. Let me ask that, so are the high school courts striped for pickleball?
Wrong. Well, they did them the wrong way too.
Okay, and is the community allowed to use them, or, okay, they are, okay.
I'd like to expand on a twoplex, fourplex. Sailor, for her, for Clint, for the softball people, we've got kids, you got one coming. That should have been done about 4 or 5 years ago. The opportunity was there, and I didn't push it hard enough. I seen the plans for what they were doing to the school. Casey won't like me for this, but I seen the plans for what was gonna be out at the school, and I said, why don't you put a duplex or a fourplex there to the superintendent at that time? Well, I said, no, well, do it. And then I talked to Vanderplatz about it. Go in cahoots with the city, because there's plenty of room down there. There's still room there. And that would've, where these guys got, the girls gotta play for their high school is a terrible facility. We all know that. Clint was complaining about a little of it. And the other thing is, them girls gotta come from the high school, and they gotta walk, as most of them walk, and it's like a 5 or 6 block hike. Where if it was at the school, they could go right out the back door.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that should be brought to the attention of the city council and the school board, and try and get them to work together on this. Because at that point in time, there were 2 husbands and wives. 2 wives were on the school board, 2 husbands were on the city council. And nothing got done. And like I said, I probably should have growled a lot more than what I did.
More than tonight?
Don't worry, you can complain about it, that's all before me.
I know, you're not involved.
Yeah.
But didn't Mr. Allison agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Kristen.
Well, this is changing the subject, so.
Change it.
No, that's okay.
We did our summer rec activities this last year. In archery, we had outdoor campus come.
Okay,
It
yeah.
was the most attended activity, so I just feel like there's a lot of kids, like the fishing or the archery, like to have space for that. I don't know what it looks like or what the programming around that would look like, and I just think that that's something that we should be considering, just even based off of that.
More of a nature park
Mhm.
type
Mhm.
setting.
Sure.
I think
access.
with archery and generics, it'd be nice to have outdoor activities for kids that aren't in sports.
Exactly.
That's what we're missing.
Yep, okay.
Other than the normal sports activities.
Yeah,
Variety.
we had a couple programs that we had out at the 4-H grounds that we co-opted with.
Well, I remember seeing last summer, there were different activities going on in the park. Was that the city stuff? Or was that somebody else just doing it?
No, that was our stuff.
That was us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe there's some partnerships with, that
Yeah.
we can do to get the word out for the other facilities that do exist for that, and, yeah.
Okay. Who do you think is currently underserved in the community? Is there a certain age group? Is there a certain neighborhood? So we've seen a couple comments here, we need to add some more, parks on the north side of town. Matt, you mentioned just a lot of sports programming right now, so we're missing, maybe more of a nature. So is there anything, you guys think that there's a group out there that you know of that's just not being served well by your parks? Accessibility and seniors and elderly. Nature, senior citizens, north end of town.
Maybe get what's there for them to do. You can even go 7 to 10.
Okay, so a lot of the some stuff that we've already talked about tonight.
They got some cool, that's
Anybody want to expand upon what they've put up there more, I guess maybe more so or different than what we've kind of already started talking about?
I got a question, being that I'm not an engineer, but spatially I can see things. The softball field, the way it is now, there is more than enough room for 2 softball fields. A softball field outfield only has to be 200 feet.
Yeah.
For a baseball field, it has to be so much bigger.
Right.
I think you could put 2 fields in this space that they have the 1 softball field, if you're.
No,
bigger.
because you got your high school limitations.
But it's 200 feet. High school's 200 feet.
Okay.
So, high school and below, it's all 200 feet or below. So I think you could fit 2 fields there, but I'm not you.
I think, so if you could move the baseball field over too, because we shortened that field, then I think for sure.
Right, I think,
Well,
well,
I
and
can't
you
picture it.
got a decent space between the fields too. I mean, I
True.
think you could fit 2 fields there, but.
A lot of the previous fields too were sized for more like adult
Right,
softball.
Right.
Is there adult softball in the community at all anymore? No?
Not now.
Sailor quit.
Because that was kind of what drove
yeah,
the,
Sailor ended it.
because like that's what kind of drove the
Right.
larger
Right.
skin to field.
Right, cause they're
was-
300 feet.
Yep,
Yeah.
300 for men, 275 for women. And so, yeah, if you don't have that as a
Right.
need anymore in the community, then yes, you can size it for.
I think you could, and then that would help, even if the second field was an infield with a little bit of grass, because 12U and below, the ball hardly ever reaches the grass anyways.
Right.
You know, to add for more space to run practices
Yeah,
and such.
yeah.
So, I don't know if, when somebody's working through, if they could look at that, I don't.
I mean, some of those will come, you have meetings with those user groups.
Yep.
So you'll hear maybe some more of that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, the city could buy that house there right by the swimming pool.
That'd be a great dog park
Parking
spot.
lot there.
And that's part of the goal,
Little
is
league
to,
field, T-ball field.
is to figure out how many fields do you need,
Yeah.
based off of the
Yeah.
interest and
Yeah.
the numbers that you have.
Yeah.
And what's being underutilized.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that'll come up out of this too.
Yep.
And we can always help trying to figure out if we can fit things in certain spots.
I think it would work, I just look at it, but then I'm like, I don't know.
Mhm.
It takes
Soccer,
more,
I
it
would say
takes more
soccer.
space than you
Right.
expect.
Right, that's why I was like.
Okay. What are some future trail connections that you think need to be made? And we'll try and get through these. We'll try and get through these next couple questions here quicker for you guys.
But you got curfew.
He's ready
Yeah.
for a beer.
I thought we were having beers at the driveway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the sooner we get done, the sooner we can go do that, right?
I got bedtime at 9:50.
Well, we gotta get you home in time to have a beer before you go to bed.
They close their home, so I can't go there anymore.
So complete the loop, the west side of town, yes, that being able to have that would be fantastic. You guys already have a great trail started on the south, the east side, north side, so just getting that completed, be able to run that is, I know with Sioux Falls, when they completed that, having that loop bike trail system
It's
is,
number one.
oh my gosh, it's so popular. Okay,
I think something along Main Street needs to happen eventually for the trail system, or just a walking.
get
system.
something at least through kind of the middle of town,
Yeah.
connecting into Westerman, just a little bit more Westerman Park as opposed to
Something
south
wide
side.
like the site, yeah, 'cause I enjoy the space of walking with the space, yeah. I like
I
that.
mean, something is on, even on Elm Street, I mean, so many kids are walking to school there and there isn't a sidewalk the entire way there. It's just-
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
not safe and.
So kind of back to what I said earlier, so what makes Lennox unique? What do you think, how could the park system reflect Lennox's identity? Is there a specific community element? Like, for example, like when we did Spencer's, Parks and Rec master plan, for them, it was like, they had an old rocket slide. That was like, something that they wanted to have as a part of any plan that we had moving forward. I know it's very specific, but,
Was it metal?
mhm.
Oh, 6 feet warm.
Does anybody know where the spider went? Can we bring it
I
back?
asked,
Yeah.
a couple months ago, I thought.
Everybody
I
wants to
thought
know
it's
about
out
Big
there.
John.
Orioles colors schemes. I will say a lot of times smaller communities, they revolve around the themes of the school district. And the colors but that's also what helps build that kind of community pride goal as
Cleanliness
well.
and
I
activity.
mean, you look at the last state tournament, we had the most fans out of anybody there.
Does
By
it say
far.
rename Park Drive Quail Drive? I think like. Name the street after
Give that a minute, give that a minute. I heard it, I heard it.
Sarah's like, I'm in. Fourth of July celebration.
That's true.
We have a lot of people in our office that come down for that.
The fireworks going off in the football field is the real deal. Like that's how it
That
should
is it.
all
Yeah.
be. It's so much fun.
Yes, yeah.
And it's like, just like Sandlot, right?
It's exactly.
And the after party at the Behringer's.
That's
There
right.
was a sign in Western Park that said, "Leave only footprints, take only memories." Have you ever seen that? That's gone, that's
Oh,
not.
it's gone. It's nice. Oh, I always love that.
That was there for years, and I don't know where it's at.
I didn't notice that.
And I always thought that was so cool.
Yeah,
Take only memories, leave only footprints.
yeah. Maybe we could add a new one.
You remember that?
Somebody's.
You could read by
It's
that.
evergreen.
I could.
It was,
Ever, oh.
there's,
He's got in his backyard.
All right, anybody else want to expand upon what they wrote?
I would like just like a cohesive look, whatever that be.
Consistent,
Signs,
yep.
trash cans, picnic tables.
Mhm.
I think those little things that are pretty low dollar amount compared to some of the big things can make a really big difference when you just are driving through town.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
tired of the Smithfield trash can.
I just think it could be a good.
That's what they are.
Make it look thought out, not an afterthought.
Yeah.
Oh, we need this. Oh, here. Somebody run to Costco.
A little bit of that beautification, and sometimes I think just even a few flower pots or, around the signs, or just have some of that same.
So when the highway system was rebuilt along
Where
there,
there's
when the
a
highway was
trash
redone,
can, but
that's
there's
when I
a
really
barricade
noticed
built around it.
a
It
big
looks
change
pretty
in
nice.
this community.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what that
Did you
did
see
is
that?
it
That's what-
activated that corridor,
Instead
and
of-
now all of a sudden, as you drive through, you
almost
see people using the trail and are out and about, and it
You're
just
right.
changed the tone.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, 100%.
And then even with the highway 44 going on the south side.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I've been working out here, that I definitely felt that when I got it.
I'd like to see more trash, like you said, from a beautification standpoint, just trash cans. I know there's behavioral studies with increases of likelihood of littering, the more steps you have to take. There's a science behind,
Big gap of the trail that doesn't have a garbage.
yeah.
They still throw it from a ways away.
Kobe.
Sounds like Adam needs to teach them.
Okay, if we were to kind of wave our wands and be 5 years in the future, what do you think you would like to see accomplished? The next 5 years, what should be the top priorities? It's a lot of trail comments, soccer fields, softball fields. Dog park. Okay.
No slash. We're good.
Good maintenance. of
All right, a lot of
facilities,
the stuff we've already been kind of talking about.
Because that don't happen.
A lot of good ideas. Okay, so, a lot of good ideas, but there's only so much money to go around, right, John?
Absolutely.
So, I know $100 isn't a lot of money and, say, I can't really do anything with $100 at a park. But the point is that you only have so much money, you have to divide it up. If you had money to improve, let's just say it's $1 million, how would you divvy that out between those four? Do you think it's more important to maintain your existing facilities and prioritize other needs, like streets, infrastructure? Do you think we need to improve or upgrade existing parks? Again, kind of sticking with what we have existing, but, we want to, improve that. Do you think we needed to develop new parks? So if we're gonna put more money towards new
How
parks.
many points?
Or do you think we should put more money towards expanding the trail system?
Yeah. Let's put 20 in there. And then,
This is a great question.
It is good.
I like this a lot.
It is good.
I can just see the abacus in John's head.
See, cause right, so,
I would say,
oh, no, never mind, trail just got a boost. I was gonna say, you guys all talked about how it was important to expand the trails.
25,
That was
25.
low on the priority list there for a little while.
Oh, okay.
120,
Yeah, do 30. Yeah.
The trails seem like a thing, and they're great, and they're great to expand, but they're also, it's better funding for them, so it's,
Yeah.
so it just is easier to chase those projects a little bit.
Mhm.
I'm sure the North Division is gonna want a park up there eventually.
Mhm.
Yeah, projects, I'll be already requesting that.
And I
There's
know,
land there.
the land's already there for it. It's already figured in with the development.
Yeah, because that was part of the deal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't think the houses are there yet, cause it's kinda
Right.
probably in the next phase or whatever.
Well, I'm surprised we haven't had to put a park in that Ritchie neighborhood over there to the east, right north of the football
We,
field.
we have enough stuff going
Cruzy's front yard?
on the edge of that area.
Too straight.
Just watch where you're driving, cause there's a lot of kids that cross the street. We could put a
So,
Then you got
bridge
all
up.
the
Bridge, a walking bridge?
Then you got all those poor ones west of Elm Street and south of Main Street.
Yep.
so
I resemble
this, I like this question too, just because you start to have to prioritize, and that's what this plan will help guide those decision-making items in the future, is what's our priority? Because right now, I mean, so just look at the previous question, what do you think is important in the next 5 years? We had soccer fields, baseball fields, dog parks, expanding the trail. I mean, realistically, that's millions of dollars. And that's just this group of, 10 to 15 people. So as a park board, when you guys have people come to you and say, well, we need new ball fields. Well, we need to expand the trail system. We want a dog park. Well, how do we know what's gonna have the greatest community benefit? How are we gonna be able to touch the most people with the improvements that we have? And so this plan will help start to prioritize that and steer that for you guys. So along with that, what do you think success looks like when we're done with this master plan? And maybe that's, we've achieved all of the goals. We've set a vision, we've got priorities, we've got a plan, we've got a roadmap moving forward. Maybe it's community support. At the end of when we bring this to city council, and there's overwhelming support from the community to get this plan done. carrying the plan through, implementation, realistic expectations, that's a good one. More tax additions? Oh, no, minimal tax. Making sure you guys are still awake,
Accomplish many of the goals that have been discussed.
okay? Improve quality of life for residents. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate the feedback and the input. We're gonna be asking these same questions at the stakeholder meetings, at the public meeting. Again, just an example, I mean, like tonight here, we have a number of people, you know, that, are integral with softball or baseball fields. So there's a lot of softball input. You know, there wasn't, I mean, we had a couple of soccer elements, but, you know, not a lot of soccer elements. So, I mean, that's why we do the community, the statistically valid survey, because, you know, and when we have our stakeholder meetings, you'll be surprised at how different some of those, you know, priorities and some of those comments are. And so I appreciate, you know, you guys showing up tonight, giving the feedback, but you guys will also be the first group to see that feedback and those findings. We'll come back and we'll go through kind of a more detailed presentation of, okay, here's kind of the nitty gritty stuff of everything that we saw. And, you know, here's how we're gonna start to frame this into, you know, priorities for improvements. And you guys will help shape that before it goes out to the public, so. There's not much time left in this month, but for the month of March, we did we'll have the focus groups meeting, the public meetings. As it gets warmer out, we'll go out, we'll visit each of your parks, look at the playgrounds, look at the, you know, the trash receptacles, the signage, start to compile a list of everything that you guys have in your park system. Like how many trash cans you have. Do you know how many trash cans you have? Or benches.
Exactly.
Or benches. You know, the city of, we did this plan for the city of Livingston, Montana. And they went through a while there where they did benches. I don't even remember what the number was, but it was an insane number of benches that they had. Because there's someone would donate money, they put a bench. Donate money, they put a bench.
You'd walk 20 feet.
You'd walk 20 feet, bench. Walk another 20 feet, bench. It was like, God, there's so many benches. So we'll go out, we'll count all that for you. And then we'll put it into our matrix of stuff so you guys know how many trash receptacles you have, that kind of stuff. And then we'll also then use all the feedback that we get from the stakeholder meetings, the public meetings, this meeting, to then put together a draft of the statistically valid survey. So we'll use this information to ask kind of more pointed questions. We'll work with Christy to have that reviewed by city staff, but then also once I think we have a good draft, then we'll probably send it out to you guys as well to say, okay, here's the draft of the survey that we're gonna send out. Do you guys like it, don't like it, anything changed? You know, do we have any spelling errors? Hopefully not. So you guys will review that before it goes out to the public. That then takes, you know, a month or so to administer, and then we need to get results back from ETC. So that kind of April, May timeframe will be the survey. And I think it'll be a good time for that because people will be just getting out into the parks, people will be excited, we're outside again. And so I think it'll be a good time to put that out there. We'll then come back in June and we'll present the findings of that survey and kind of where we've heard to date to you guys. And then we'll have a public meeting to also present that, not as detailed as what we'll go through with you guys, just for sake of time, because it'll be about a 100-page report when it's all said and done. But we'll start to say, okay, here's kind of our broad strokes goals of the master plan based on the feedback today. What do you guys think? So we'll start to, you know, present that to you guys, have a public meeting to go through that, get feedback, and then we'll start to put it into a draft master plan this summer, and eventually work through those submittals and present it to you guys officially this fall, and then eventually have it adopted by city council, for you guys to start using that as a tool for budgeting or looking at priorities for next year. Anybody have any questions at all?
Yeah, where's our vouchers at, our pay vouchers at?
Pay vouchers? This is, you get paid in love of your community.
Oh, I thought we were getting pay vouchers.
Oh.
I'm on a fixed income, Casey's on a fixed income, right? We don't get bonuses.
Oh.
All right.
How long has this been?
Since we started.
Oh, yeah. That didn't get worked, although I think I have all your contact information anyways from Christie, so. Is everybody here?
My bad.
Okay, good.
Well, except for Drew.
Drew in there.
All right.
Something we could do too is see where we can partner with the school district on funding and stuff. So something, Shaw and I have been meeting with Mammoth and Turf. Is it something where the city and Park and Rec would like to join us in turfing our football field? Because that would be a great location for youth soccer and for youth flag football that the city puts on. And we would never have to worry about grass conditions limiting that.
Paint lines, nothing.
Yep, we don't have to worry about paint lines, any of that. So that could be something where maybe out of this too, that could be a conversation piece. Because again, we work in, you guys use our gyms, we have the softball field, you're able to use our facilities, that's an enriching partnership that Shaw and I want to continue to enhance even more. So that's something we could look at too, that could create a lot of excitement. About $1 million to $1.3 million, but there are people in this community that would help with that. And Mammoth also has, has been talking with Drew about the baseball field and adding that to it too, from that maintenance standpoint. And then there's a lot of lifetime warranties with that. So that's just something I thought of, not only excitement for the school, but we had a lot of conversations that creates excitement for youth, and that would be open to the public too. We wouldn't shut it off like Sioux Falls does, and kids jump the fence. But that would be something as long as there's not. And we even talked about adding the lines, like a lot of places are starting to do for softball, even to potentially even play out there. They do a temporary, put a temporary fence and everything out there too.
You can play on the football field.
Yep, you can play on the football
Yep,
field.
I've seen that.
And, or do we, if there's a conversation that there is a huge there is a softball field need, do we actually do that over at the high school facility? Do an outdoor area could be over south of the high school too. Even though it's school district land, again, there can be a partnership too, versus it just being an empty field. Tennis courts are really nice down here, but we also have some too. Do we enhance what we have out there? So that's something to think about too. That's why I'm really excited to be on this committee, because I think Christy and I have developed a great relationship with the city, and Shaw wants to enrich that even more. So that's something to look at too, in thinking through our process.
I believe that the dirt work in that could be handled by the city and some other people for
Yeah.
I'll go out there with a rake and shovel.
Well, yeah.
I mean, let's go. I'll bring my lawn tractor over.
I mean-
Sailor and I will take, let's go.
So just a little past history of what the facilities are now for the ball playing facility. The softball field, guys were playing there, and this is a few years back. We revamped that thing. We took everything out, we moved the backstop up, did all that. Since then, there's been some changes too. And that Little League field, her grandpa and I basically built that on our own. And then the baseball field, the original LBA started that, and the actual dollars that were spent was approximately $125,000, and the rest was all volunteer labor. I mean, And, that whole fence out there, they took it all down, took all the metal out to Quaker and they painted them all, repainted them all.
Oh,
And all the wood that was put back up, that was all donated by, Glenn Nelson. And he runs some raffles too. I mean, like, this reminds me of grabbing the
people
shovel.
that will help.
Yeah.
And for girls' sports, there's a lot of funding out there. There's a lot of funding, like, because we've looked at it, like Lindsay and I have looked at it, there's a lot of funding to get a field done in a short bit of time. You just have to have a plan, and, because nobody will give you money unless you have something done.
Right.
Like, we could almost get a whole field funded through grants if we have a plan.
I tried the Twins a couple of years ago. Asked them for $5,000, never got a response.
Mammoth also has a big, sponsorship type of program too.
Well, they have all Sanford ones, those fields are awesome.
Or their Mammoth 360 program.
Can we just call it like the Sanford Lennox Park?
Then Lennox can't play there though.
Yeah.
If it's
Name it?
Call it Mammoth Park, it would sound cool.
Well, I don't know why we're worried about there when they got a dome in Chancellor, everybody could play in.
All right, are we ready to adjourn?
Need a
All
motion?
right, yep.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alright,
Boom shakalaka.
thanks, Matt.